All right, welcome back to the final level slash episode. So there are a few different ways to kill this thing. The way that I got the most mileage out of is using the shotgun. You can kill him with the pistols. Again, you can kill anything in this game with just the pistols. You don't have to use the fancier guns if you don't want to. You can usually get maybe about 3 or 4 shotgun hits on him, and so that's what I end up doing. I tried doing like the magnums, I tried using the Uzis, and he just didn't go down fast enough for me. With this one, it's a little easier because about 3 or 4 shotguns, and then you run to the next corner or run around him. You don't want to get too close to him because I think he can take half your health in one big hit. And if he manages to grab onto you, that's death. Alright, so that means that he's dead. So, yeah. Once he's, done, he'll explode, and you have all the time in the world to pick up your Uzis. So, this level loves giving you Uzis. Now, honestly, the most dangerous part about this fight is the fact that it's not enclosed. You can't just go jumping everywhere because you're more than likely going to fall off. So you need to be really careful, especially when you're not like on the door side, because it's very easy to accidentally jump off the platform, and that's not good. You're honestly, that's honestly going to be the thing that kills you the most in that fight, is accidentally jumping off. That's why I kind of recommend doing the 3 or 4 shotgun shells and then just run to the next corner. Alright, let's just take a quick health pack. Didn't take too much damage in that fight, but... So now, this level, as I kind of mentioned in the previous level, this level doesn't really have a lot of fodder enemies. Like, there's no grunts or any Atlantean mutants outside of the one that we just fought, the big guy. But this level has 2 sort of boss fights, I guess is what you can call them. So we had that one, and then we'll have one at the very tail end of the level. And as you could probably guess who it's going to be against, but I won't say it, just, because you'll find out in about 20 minutes. Alright. So the first part of the last level outside of the boss fight, or after the boss fight, is getting back up to the Scion. Because unfortunately Natla kind of knocked us down and we weren't able to keep the Scion. So we need to get back up there and destroy it, essentially. How do we destroy things in this game? We shoot them. Because obviously that is the solution to all of our problems. In Tomb Raider, it kind of makes sense that that's the solution to all of our problems. Alright. So, this is one of the weird things with this game. Those little lava splurts that we're seeing, those can actually hurt you. I know that's not really a weird thing. There's far weirder things in this game than that. But, alright, so again, these lips are kind of the bane of my existence, because it definitely happened a few times in this particular spot that I accidentally gimped my jump and fell right into the lava. Come over here. Now, don't pull the switch. I don't think there's a reason to. What it ends up doing is it ends up lowering the bridge, which makes it impossible for you to get back over. You just gotta come back and pull it again. Yeah, see? I don't know if maybe that side like timed out or something, but just pull it back up. Should at least have enough room to jump. Alright, so now that you have all the goodies in this room, you can head back over to around where we were. Hop over. And there's a little hallway back over that way. Back over here. So, got a couple boulders in our way, though. These ones aren't too bad as long as you notice them. This one I play chicken with a little bit. Because the last thing I really want to do at this point is to accidentally get killed by the boulder. There it goes. I'm nervous because usually when you start seeing multiple boulders in a row, it usually means that there's going to be more. It's a bit of a far drop, so I definitely recommend like hopping back and grabbing onto the ledge. Alright, the shotgun's a little overkill there, Laura, but we really want to destroy this thing. Right, just shoot it a couple times, it'll blow up into bloody, gory mess. Hop down here. This is where I would recommend fighting these guys, is down here, because you'll have more space to jump around. Now, you could just ignore them. There's no real reason to kill them other than getting the kills. That's one of them. Now, I don't know if the other one is still alive. I think they're all dead. It's kind of hard to tell. So now, we're not going to be able to get out the way that we came in. I don't think there's really anything up here. There might be like one item over by that door. Or not by the door, or, well, by the door. Maybe there was gonna be one that spawned when you got close. That's why I wanted the Uzis. So there is a door over to our right, like over there, where Laura was looking. Um, but I don't think there's anything in there. It might be a trap. I don't remember because I didn't go that way. I didn't really want to take an unnecessary death for no reason. I know there's no items over there, though. Alright, so this one kind of sucks. There's really no way for you to time your shimmies, so you just kind of had to take the hits, which sucks. It sucks that you have to do that. Like, if Laura could move faster, you could control her a bit more without the delay, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So when you drop down, make sure to jump backwards, otherwise you're going to end up taking a hit. Well, you're not going to take a hit, you're going to die because you fell into the lava. That'd be a pretty nasty hit. Okay, so again, developers saying we really want the player to die now. You had the swinging scythe, a boulder, a bunch of spikes, and just for added measure, a lava pit down there. So I believe there's only that one boulder. I'm being really careful because I've already died in this spot before, and honestly, the worst is like dying to a bad trap like the scythe or the crushers or the boulder or something. Dying to any trap, it sucks. Alright, so here's the key with this. Don't try and run on here, just jump, side jump, and then forward jump. You're not going to have enough time to do anything else. Okay. So, this spot in particular is not very obvious what you need to do. You can actually grab onto this like a ledge. It's a little more obvious down here because it kind of opens up. Although that rock looks like it's made out of lava, so I'm not really sure why we're allowed to touch it. I feel like our hands would be nothing but nubs at this point. But once you finish shimmying your way over here, you're rewarded with 2 large medipacks and some Uzis. Okay. So just do a standing jump. You should be safe. Make sure to jump backwards, and you should land on this platform, which is where the save crystal is. Alright, this section is probably one of the more draining parts of the game, because there is a lot left open to chance here. Now, I really have no sort of suggestion as to when to run. You can try and time it. I think as soon as the scythe like starts going away from Laura is when you should probably start running, but again, you should check that, and you should check that in the video itself, because that is something that I'm kind of watching. Now this one, I absolutely have no recommendations on. You just kind of have to hope that you timed it right, because there's really no way for you to check that scythe. or watch that scythe. These ones, honestly, not too bad. This is why you don't really see blocks move in this game, because it just looks so awkward. That's why, like, that landslide we saw in, like, the Greek level happened off screen because of that. Because of just how awkward that looks. But that's like one of the few times you ever see lava move, like actually move in front of you. Do a standing jump, grab on, don't pull up. Cause that happened to me. I pulled up and I got a face full of boulder. Now you can jump, you can do a running jump. I'd recommend going on the sides just in case, because it's less likely to hit you, or you're less likely to run into it. Alright. This is a one and done sort of situation, which really sucks, since I don't think there was a save crystal anywhere nearby. Just you gotta try and time it. Again, this is the point of the game. Like, this past the point of the game where the developers say, okay, fun's over, you die now. They throw everything at you. Alright, so here, you want to do a swan dive, which means that you hold down the walk button, jump, and forward. Do a swan dive right off of there. You should land directly in the center, which is where you need to land in order to get into the water. I don't know if a running jump... I think a running jump would overshoot you, and you'd fall either into the lava or into the rock or the floor. Alright, so this is the very tail end of the level. They give you a nice save crystal right beforehand. Once you run out into that opening over there, the final confrontation will start. Now, I think there's a way to kind of bait her so that all of her meatballs are like going directly into the side of the wall there. Natla is not the worst enemy in the game, but she is kind of annoying because she'll fly around, she'll run around, she'll shoot a lot of meatballs at you. But honestly, you take her out the same way that you take out any enemy in this game, by shooting her. So, just because she goes down does not mean that she's dead yet. So don't get too close to her while she's down, because otherwise she can cause issues. It's honestly better when she is shooting at you rather than running around, because she's so much more annoying when she does that. Alright, and she's dead. Okay, so this is not quite the end of the level. Just get that nice close-up of her in her half-mutant form. Now, I think the game kind of intends you to, like, go into these alcoves and pick up weapons, or pick up ammo, just in case, you know, you're running out. I think this is really the only spot where it does that. I think there might be one more spot on the other side, but it's largely just that. Now, obviously, we're not done yet. We gotta actually get out of here. Which is really interesting, because usually in most games, once you beat the final boss, that's it, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. The game just kind of ends. But especially in Tomb Raider 1, and I can't really speak for any of the other like old school Tomb Raider games. You it's the boss fights really aren't the main thing you play the game for. In fact, the boss fights are usually pretty clumsy. I think that's sort of a similar kind of thing with like Resident Evil. And I think it really kind of boils down to the control scheme. Like, because both games have tank controls, which make, doing anything kind of a chore, especially moving around, which is why a lot of boss fights in, say, Resident Evil 1 are kind of optional. Like, I know the boss fight against the giant snake, ideally what will happen is you can avoid him, and just get the item that you need and leave. Although it's pretty difficult to do that. It's pretty difficult not to get bitten at least once and getting poisoned. Okay. So, honestly, the worst part about this is accidentally falling and then having to redo everything, because you have to fight Natla again if you die. And that's the end right there. Jump over, jump up, and just start walking towards towards the end of this hallway here. You'll slide down, and the level will end. Okay, so now this is a glitch. Secrets 2 out of 3, we did get all the secrets. But for whatever reason, the game doesn't count one of the secrets correctly. Okay. And that, folks, is the end of Tomb Raider 1 for the PS1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's very much a love-hate relationship here with me in this game. I can really appreciate what the game does, what the developers were intending, and all things considered, it is still a good game in its foundation. It's old, and it suffers from its control scheme. I think the remake of the game, Tomb Raider Anniversary, improves a lot on like the gameplay. Makes it a bit more, I don't want to say bearable, because it's not that the game was, bad by any means, but you can tell that it's definitely aged. So all right. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play.